Hey, it's episode 2, 30 lessons in 30 years in real estate. Eric Hatcher with Century 21, and lesson number 4 is for the buyers, and this is about location. When a buyer comes to me and they say, Eric, I want to be here, there's two things you have to realize there. One is that you got to look at your affordability, because yes, it'd be beautiful to be walking distance to the school and walking distance to In-N-Out Burger or whatever that you want. But at the same time is that might be more expensive. So we want to look at the schools, Target that I've had buyers look for as well. Where do you want to be on that location? Do you want a cul-de-sac? Do you want a busy road? And it kind of really comes down to your affordability. You may need to drive 10 extra minutes to be able to find the house that you want. May not be your forever home, but it's going to be the affordable home. But location is critical to make sure that you are close to everything that you need to be, depending on where your family is. If you got young kids, you have teenagers driving, do they want you to drive? Do you want them to drive? You don't want a busy street. So it all comes down to location. So oftentimes you buyers, I kind of look at it as the 80-10-10. That a lot of times buyers are going, I want everything. I want 100% of perfectness. I want my large 4-car garage. I want my huge kitchen. I want my sparkling hotel bathroom. But a lot of times you really can't. So I always look at it and say, let's look at a house that's 80% where you want it to be, location, quality, whatever it is. Then the other 10% is things that you can fix to make it a 90% home. And realistically, most houses are gonna have about 10% that just can't fix, but it's gonna be inside your wheelhouse. So don't think that you can find a 100% home. And yes, I've sold them and it does happen, but that's generally not your first home, but possibly your second or your third when you're talking about wanting single story, a pool, a fenced yard, and those type of things. So that is the lesson for today for you buyers. So number 5, for you sellers. This is an interesting one because it happens all the time. If you list your property for too much money, what happens? Nothing happens when you do that. So please, sellers, you want to have the market chase you, not you chasing the market. And trusting the real estate agent on comparables. And that's really critical to do. If your house is in some type of cookie cutter neighborhood, it's really easy to come up with the value. If it's out in the country, a little bit harder to do so, but still need to look at the values, because most sellers, including myself, we feel that our houses are worth way more than what the comparables say. So it's really listening to your experienced real estate agent on coming up with a price that will drive the traffic to you, and then that will drive potential multiple offers. Hey, of course, it's better to have a bidding war than a stale listing. Hey, lesson number 6 for you real estate agents, it really comes down to prospecting. If you're not prospecting 1 to 2 hours a day, you are not gonna last in this business. And you have to do 75% of income producing activities during the day. Don't just get home and think, wow, I was so busy. And then you think, what did I really do just to be busy? Make sure you're doing the things, picking up the phone. The power of this phone is so critical to talk to your prospective buyers and sellers all the time. You know, they say around the 8th to the 12th contact is really where the business is. They're gonna sometimes ignore you for that several conversations. Maybe you talk to them a few times, but if you stop calling them, they are going to sell or buy with a different agent. So pick up the phone, don't be shy, and call them on a regular basis until they call you by name and you call them by name. They will call you their real estate agent. What's really critical is mind share, which really means is that on the top of mind, if they are sitting at a CVS across the parking lot here and somebody asks them about real estate, your name better be the name that comes to their top of their mind first when they refer it to their friend in line. Hey, thanks so much for listening to the 30 lessons in my 30 years of real estate, and stay tuned for the third one.